So Dean Orange and James Scarborough made a movie, 24/8. Basically, they went around and did 8 climbs at 8 different crags in 24 hours. It's always been in my head as a cool thing to do. You're the worst. You're the problem.
I think it started with Pickles Arette. Yeah, Michael. Hadn't even heard of it, I don't think.
I've definitely heard of it.
Okay.
Wow. So basically, probably like had to top out, had to be a classic, and at a small crag. Dan just sent me a picture and it had it all mapped out.
Yeah, I think the first thing that I thought about was that it was probably going to take 10 or 12 hours. And so the last couple of crags that we went to would be climbing at night time. So I wanted them to be the easiest to access crags, which was the 2 crags in Sutherland. I tried to minimise driving time and not have the longest walk-ins too late in the day.
The day was really fun. It was a big adventure and it was just really cool seeing like little micro crags that I hadn't really even thought of going about. So it was really cool. It was like a good eye-opening day.
So we had
Line them up
Ain't No Easy Win,
in order.
Nightcrawler, Running on Empty, Tree Problem, Crybaby, Pickles, Real Wish You Were Here, and the final one was Statement.
I don't know. It wasn't
Initially, we were at work and we were planning it and we were psyched. And
we don't say we were at work and planning it.
I think initially we were at the gym and we were planning it and psyched. And Lance came in and we told him about the plan. And I just made a joke. Do you want to make like a short film out of the day?
So you're saying his goals are a joke to you?
Yes.
Ain't No Easy Win looked really big in person, and just seeing all the different beta options, thinking about it, my hands are sweating, thinking of Michael climbing.
Deep breath. That's it. That's it. Big breath. Come on. Nice. Come on. Come on. Get that foot good. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Come on.
Breathe.
Come
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Come on. Yes, Michael.
Come on.
Come on, Jugs. Yes.
Oh, shit.
My God, I'm sweating so much. Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Sick.
Good start.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Obligatory
panicked.
Michael stance.
I was like, oh, it's happening. I'm doing this. And then the dead point move, I was like, only just
Yeah, I saw
tagged the
that.
slope
You
apart.
like barely got it.
Oh, and I'm bleeding.
Oh, what?
Oh no.
No.
I have a hole.
It's alright,
It's
take
okay. One down. It's not in a bad spot. No, it's in a one of you guys on to put on like this.
So we rocked up to Nightcrawler and we had half an hour.
I think we planned on 40 or 45 minutes each crag we could have. At Ain't No Easy Win, it took a little bit longer and we got a little bit lost.
Yeah, we got a bit lost everywhere.
But yeah, and then warming up as well. We'll probably be hot.
So when we got to Nightcrawler, I hadn't warmed up yet, so I warmed up, took about 20 minutes to do that, worked out the traverse moves, and then I maybe had 2 good attempts before we had to leave. And the second one was very close. Depressingly close. And I just like hit the last bad hold, open 3, tried to readjust, and dropped it.
He still has cold sweats.
What was your experience on Nightcrawler?
The booty too big. Nah. It was really cool. It was such an achievable climb, and like, I don't know, it was just really nice, like consistent moves at the bottom, leading to like a bit of like a pounce with one part, and then like the top out was just really nice, and it was really cool to like do the top out, which was good because I've got a fear of topping things out. So it was nice to put it down but not really send the boulder because I got stuck again, same spot as Dan, up top. So yeah, but it was a really cool boulder. It was just great watching him flash like the first one and then the second one and then being like, oh shit, this could become a, oh sorry, I shouldn't swear. Gosh, like this could become like a cool theme for the day if you could flash all the boulders.
What did you think of this climb, Michael?
Jugs.
Are these interview questions?
Yeah, it was good. It was definitely easier than that No Easy Win, I'd say. Who said it? Great climb. Where's Jazz going? So the plan here was we were running a tad behind schedule and we're going to try and tick this one off quickly.
Yeah.
So I think I was the only one that climbed at this crag and warmed up.
Problem really depends on if you can span from that foot to that hold.
Dan was keen to save himself for something else later in the day as well.
Michael, it's not a good time to check Instagram. Michael's favourite phrase. Come on. That's it. Come on. That's it, come on. Like this. Nice, Jay. Come on, nice. Come on. Big breath.
Very good.
Get it. Solid. Come on. Nice suit.
Game plan, I was just hoping to send it all the balls. Definitely started getting nervous as the day went on. Where's Jazz going?
The tree problem was such a sick climb. It was really cool. Oh, I just remember though when we went, it was so hot and spoogy, and this silly Billy decided to wear all black, so it was so hot. I just remember the heat coming up. I was wearing a baggy t-shirt and leggings, and it was so warm. But it was just this really cool board style climb and had a really cool top out. But again, rock was in the sun baking and really, really warm. Oh, so I just remember being really sweaty. It was a really cool sequence. I remember getting all the way to the top and I thought I had it, and looking back on the footage, it looked like I had it, but then you could see the doubt.
That foot up high on that hold, yeah.
And that's when I thought it'd be a good time to put a knee. And from the knee, it was all downhill from there. I just remember like getting over and I'm like, oh, yep. And I actually felt pretty solid with the knee on. I felt like, yep, if I just get the knee knee on, I can just get the other foot up, but no. Jasmine was wrong. Like, I was just, remember, as soon as I got the knee up, I was like, oh no, I don't feel too good. And I just felt myself going down. I'm like, okay, that's it. So I just put both my legs down so I didn't fall from an awkward position and tried to safety fall as best as I could.
No, you used both knees. You were left knee and then right knee after.
I was just sussing out the beta for Michael so he could get the flash, you know? Took one for the team.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it came up in my face.
Highlight of my day.
Jump down.
Fuck. Check it out. Come on, Mikey. Further in right is the best bit. Get that one. Yeah, nice. Come on, Mikey. That's it. Come on. Nice. Come on. Nice, Mikey. If you can chalk up. Come on. Nice. That's it. Nice. Yes! Look at that high step. Sick. Fuck my hip mobility. Come on. Nice.
Nice. Cool.
Dan was very kind and said, if you want to save some energy,
Are you wearing your belt strap?
we'll just take 2 mats. Because Dan knew about the climb and said the landing's fine and you all the beta.
There might have been some slight sandbagging.
So basically I didn't have to carry them up. Or carry out of that.
There were legends of how bad the walkout inside that.
There were stories. So this all looks fine, but I had no beta for this climb because
It was too
there was
hard.
no reception and nobody else could figure out the moves for me. Great team, great support.
Yeah, I almost punted off into the river for you.
Yeah, you were giving it a good lash. I definitely nearly fucked up the mantle here.
Yeah, that was.
I thought it was
That
going to
was
be
a stressful
fine,
climb.
and then it was kind of wet and moist.
The walkout was very sweaty.
I'm concerned for the people that we saw that walked past this crybaby walking out.
It was really cool to see Pickles. It was nothing like what I imagined, and it wasn't anything like the Instagram videos that I'd seen. Like, it was definitely a lot more of a 3D climb. So yeah, definitely very slopey, very body position-y, very tension-y. The footage is pretty good, but it just doesn't do justice for like how big they actually scale to.
Then you step up and go.
I think so, yeah.
Come on. Nice, Michael. Yeah, good. Come on.
Yeah, good.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah, hold
Come on, Michael. Nice.
on. Like, I didn't want to come
So I think with this, and like Dan was kind of, I guess Dan's concern was it was kind of like a body position kind of movement thing, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so
I
it's
felt when
just
I was
looking-
climbing it, you had to be really confident and not pause and hesitate. Just go for it.
Yeah, that move off the slopers, when I did it, was just so low percentage. I think I did it once.
Sick.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, c'est epic.
awesome.
I think by the end of the walkout from Pickles is when I really started to feel tired.
I can't remember. I think I felt pretty good. I think I felt decent at Pickles. It was definitely after this when we had the long drive, and I hadn't really eaten much, and then it became night time. This is what Dan had been saving himself for.
Hell yeah.
Have you tried this before, Dan?
I had done the 5 variant, so I'd done the top out.
I think this climb was a little different to the others. It seemed to have like a definitive crux with like one big move.
I think this is when I was just cooked.
Good. You're in your prime here, Dan.
No, I was sending despite all odds.
Look at that heel. Oh, textbook.
Look at that disengaged shoulder. No, I don't need the light on. I'll turn it on when I'm standing up.
Come on.
Just relax, mate. Just shake it up. You got it. And I'll kind of wait. There's that jug that you got with your hand in your knee. And stand up on.
Yeah, Dan. Oh, God.
Sick.
We have to go back to the start. No.
Sick, I did a 5.
You can restart.
I think we're all tired now.
Yeah, I was just thinking about pizza when we were at Statement.
We're all tired. This thing looked tricky. It looks like there was a few different beta options as well.
That seems reasonable.
Another good hangboard spot.
Andrew, it doesn't get any better than that. No, it doesn't get any better. I don't know what that was.
Dan figured out both betas worked and seemed reasonably even.
Hand is good. You can do like. It's lower in this.
I think I took more time on this one, like looking at it,
Yeah.
than some of the others.
Quite a while.
It was the last one, so we didn't really have a rush. We just hung around.
Come on, Jazz.
God, I rotate too much.
Getting old.
Come on.
Nothing accurate. I thought it was. So you're gonna do this?
Side crib.
Crib.
No, side crib.
Yeah, you do the crib and then you get your foot up.
Yeah, but I was just saying the other way seems fine. Oh, just looking at it. Like side pull, foot, bum. It's not that far. And then come.
Oh, there you go. Right, now smoke rings.
Breathe.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's nuts.
It's good. Come on. Nice. Good place. Come on. Nice.
Nice milk. Oh,
Nice.
oh, I shouldn't have.
I think data-wise, Stephen Rawls did as well, pretty much throughout the day. Probably have to credit him once. Not Stephen Rawls, just at Stephen Rawls. Yeah. 6 or whatever.
Eight classics.
Oh.
8 flashes.
It was just a pretty surreal experience seeing Michael like flash everything and do everything. So yeah, pretty inspiring.
Definitely one of the most memorable climbing days, I'd say. Dan?
Yeah, it was really cool. I think it would be cool to do more circuits like that.
Oh, you did the cross.
Well, I got there and my foot kind of came off and I didn't weight it right.
Yeah. I'm excited for a moderate day out. Maybe some nice moderates for us moderate people.
That's right. Thanks. Thanks. This side pull thing was really... Final thoughts?
To be continued.
Yeah.
More to come. Little day out. Medium day out.
A moderate day out. Come join us.
Everyone go plan a big day out and go do it. Because it's sick.
Maybe like more cities next time. Canberra. That's a big.
Yeah.
That's a big.
Yes.
Yeah. Big week out. 1 boulder climb each day. Different city. 7 states. 7 continents.
The Tassie part would be difficult.
Darwin would probably be like a boulder gym or something. Surely. Do they have boulder gyms in Darwin? I don't know.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
7 states, 7 routes. So you can do that in a day. Good work, guys. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. Stop recording me.